Hey everybody, it's Mike Chambers. I'm trying to keep up pace while sheltering in place like all of you. Boy, did I have some technology upgrade. My boy Nick, he hooked me up with some nice camera stuff. I guess he liked our videos, I don't know, but here I am in the garage. Big announcements today. The most famous loan in the history of business landed. For starters, let's thank the United States of America for investing in our small to medium-sized businesses, and most importantly, their employees and the paychecks of them. The Paycheck Protection Program is out. Now, before we start, let me just tell you, now we're getting actual guidance from the SBA. The application's out before everyone panics. Nobody can actually apply until April 3rd, and some of the things change from the bill, so I'm excited to be able to outline those today. For your loan amount, here's the calculation. Take your 2019 average monthly payroll cost, times it by 2.5. That's the calculation. A lot of folks are now asking me, what's in your payroll cost? Well, that could be your salaries, your wages, your commissions, your tips. It's capped at $100,000. So those of you that are blessed to be able to make more than that, you are going to be limited per employee at $100,000. That can include benefits, including vacation and sick time. It will also include your state and local taxes. That's a big component of it because you basically can pre-fill your loan amount. Now, you're going to have to verify that out, and it's going to have to match with your 2019 tax return, so make sure you're accurate on it. Now, as far as the cost of the loan, here's the best part. We thought it was going to be 4% on Saturday. It's actually now 50 basis points. Government, pretty nice. They're the one funding all the money and guaranteeing all the loans, so they got to pick their interest rates, so they naturally lowered it. It's not about making interest rate income on this for the banks. It's about really helping all of you. Bankers, we always say we are the home of the brave and the land of the fee. You know we love to fee you guys. So for once, we can all celebrate together because you don't actually pay it. You don't pay for that and you don't pay for that so long as you do what you're supposed to do with it. Quick outline on that for the fees. If you have a loan that's $2 million or more, based on this calculation up here, you will pay 1%. If your loan is $350,000 to $2 million, it will be 3%. If your loan is under $350,000, again, based on this calculation up here, it'll be 5%. Fantastic foresight from our government. They wanted to make sure that we focused on both the big and the small loans, and this means it because this is really all we're playing for as bankers. Behind the scenes, it costs the same amount of time and the same amount of energy to make the $3 million loan as it does the $300,000. So this levels the playing field in terms of who we're going to focus on. From a payment standpoint, every loan comes with 6 months deferred payments. There's no pressure for you to do this, and it's 100% guaranteed. Now your business will be on the hook. If for some reason it fails to pay, the government's going to back it up, which will give us lenders confidence. Now, why is this the most famous loan? We are the #1 giving country in the world. That's a fact, and it shouldn't shock anyone that we came out with a loan that is all for giving. So you have an opportunity to use this loan the correct way where you don't have to actually pay it back. The government will for you. How does that work? Let's go over here. Now, first of all, use. It's about keeping United States employed. The acceptable uses for this, payroll cost. We already defined earlier what that is. You can also use it for interest on mortgage, you can use it for rent, and you can use it for utilities. Couple things to think about here. First and foremost, if you're going to use these, they have to be agreements that were in place prior to February 15th. If you entered into these agreements afterwards, they won't count as an acceptable use. The biggest thing I want to clear up is there's a lot of confusion. People think that because you can use it for this, you should qualify for the loan amount. That's not the case. You're going to qualify based on your payroll cost, just like we talked on average for 2019 using that formula, but you can get relief based on this. Here is my handy guide. Through this process, we're going to ask you to prove this. You're going to be able to give us filings and statements to say that you used it for it. Should the bank deem that you did it the proper way and you used it for United States employment within the integrity of this, well, your loan is forgiven. This is not a free loan. If you don't use it correctly, well, now it defaults into a 2-year term loan and you are required to pay it. I know the government's going to 100% guarantee it, but you have responsibilities. If you don't, it's going to open up a lot of legal problems, including if there's fraud or wrongful use, all the way up to punishment by law. Bottom line, business owners and entrepreneurs, in many ways, as an aggregate, you make up the day-to-day leadership in America. Please lead the charge through this. Let's do it calmly. I don't think there's a big panic. This is a good thing. Our government wants these to happen. It's cheaper and more efficient for them than unemployment. So don't feel like you have to blitz and race and try to be the first one in the door. What's important is to understand this loan didn't exist 6 days ago. We had a bill passed on Friday. More information dropped today. More will probably drop tomorrow. Many of you are going to have some technical questions. Please reach out to your bankers, but have a little compassion that they might not know the answers just that. All of this still has a bit of an asterisk because it's so new. We think the information we have today is our best understanding based on the information that we have today. Please follow us and like Partners Bank of California on LinkedIn. We're going to try to keep up pace while we shelter in place. We are here to be your banking partner.